Morning, guys. We had such a great rain last night that the summer garden is just looking beautiful. Everything is hydrated, not only from the roots, but from the leaves. You can almost see the difference. Everything's standing straight up. We've had such hot summer weather, and it's going to be more normal hot, but still hot. So let's talk about what's going on in the summer garden. It's everything. The daylilies are popping out. This is Great Sunset, or it's called Bright Sunset. These are just beginning to bloom, and they're picking up on this gorgeous echinacea here. The color is so vibrant and orange. Um, the Liatris over here, I love how it blooms from top to bottom, and then even when the blooms are stopped, they quit blooming, they still look nice. Karen Sue back here reminds me of Judy from the Daylily Farm. Black-eyed Susans are blooming sooner than I can ever remember, and Dad's best purple is clear over there. What I love after a big rain is the rain barrel's full, and it just makes it so easy to fill up your jugs. If you don't have a rain barrel or two, and we keep talking about two,
we got to do two.
We just need to get two, because it's just the handiest thing when you collect jugs of all sorts, and then you can get out there and fill them all up. So let's keep moving. Keep moving down in here. You can see, I know I'm going to point out them all. Exotic Love, this gorgeous goldy yellow with that deep maroon, picks up on Dad's best purple. And I just love how everything is looking and perked up. When I start walking down my stairs here, this just brings back childhood memories of Jackson's Mill State 4-H camp, because all of these daylilies would be in bloom. This is the week of 4-H camp. I have a friend who's working it this week, and these would be in bloom, and these were given to me by one of the gardeners who lived there, not lived on the campus, but lived close to it in Jackson's Mill. And these are always consistently the first ones to bloom. Their colors are beautiful, just lovely, which brings you down to the same yellow here with the Coreopsis. And this has been blooming for months, at least a month. And you can see all the new blooms. I never have to deadhead it. Just loving it. You can see, I like this view here because you can see how gorgeous. I'll go around here. The Lythrum is looking through this dappled willow, and how the larkspur. If you aren't sold on larkspur this year anyway, I'm just loving that deep purple coming through. This is so airy. And of course, the birds have found the bird bath. They love it. The echinacea. Anyhow, it's all looking gorgeous as we come right here. What Judy Bean told me when I was picking out daylilies, when you come to any daylily farm, when you're looking at a daylily you want to be counting the buds. The more buds, the more blooms. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14 on. This is strawberry candy. Loving it. Looks gorgeous. It picks up the pinks over here on the echinaceas, the white. I'm getting new blooms on Raguchi. Reggie and I both have said this any video when we're doing a walking through. We love how it's taking over the fence. I like the size of the leaf too. It's just subtle. The beans are doing better. Swiss chard, we're going to eat some of that, but hopefully it'll pick up through the summer. Those are sunflowers given to me by a friend, and I hope they come up and bloom. What I have found I like, this is Matte, the daylily, which I didn't know if it would blend well with my Hinoki cypress, but the colors are beautiful. I may not keep the whole circle, but I know I'll keep at least 3 of these and give the rest away. But it just picks up on the gold colors, and it just keeps this whole shade garden more subtle, even though this is the sunny area of the shade garden. I'm impressed with how this pot is holding up in the sunlight. You can see it's got some burn on it with the Japanese ferns, but overall it's staying pretty healthy. And we've had, those hot days of feel like of 106 degrees. Jack Manii, I tell you, he just keeps blooming. Just love it. It went through a real stressful time for a couple years with wilt. And I don't know if it's because now they're getting more sunshine that it's blooming better. They can take a little, they like cold feet, but I'm loving what it's looking like. And yeah, Reggie pointed out the, shoot, my lovely
Loofah.
loofah. Look how green and healthy. And we'll see if it takes over the fence and if we get any loofah gourds. I won't be eating them, but I'm hoping I can peel them off and give away loofah to all my friends. If you have compost, get out and turn your compost pile. I did that this week, and you can tell it's decomposing nicely. I still like using the compost starter. It really works. We'll keep walking through here. This, I won't have to, I will name probably all the daylilies. Warmest regards, and what is this one? I have it. I can't remember them all. Indian Giver, great bunch of buds. That's what you're looking for. As we go there, oh, Reggie's getting a good close up of it. And we have etched eyes over here, and they're not all busting out. The pink yarrow is really standing up after that rain. It was looking a little hot, even though I have tried to water, but etched eyes is looking great. Back in here, we've got, oh, I have my Lucifer crocosmia. I'll go back here and show you. It's starting to show its buds and blooms. I love how it looks. It'll be blooming in a couple weeks. We have the Lythrum, which is just lifted up. In here, this is, oh gosh, I'll think of it and put it on the screen. Another bright, wonderful daylily. I'm hoping that I have a clematis in here climbing back in there. It's called Henry. It's a nice white one. And talking about white things, every year after Easter, I pick up all the Easter lilies, and
I can't quite see those.
Can you get a in through here maybe?
No, that's all right.
That's all right. Another, but anyhow, the white just makes your eye come back in here. Can you see them better there?
Yeah.
There we go. And they draw your eye back in here against this bright orange. I'm so glad to see that some of these zinnias, these are the giant zinnias, are starting to show themselves. You know, part of my goal this year was to have annuals like the Cosmos, which are doing great, and the giant zinnias, so that when the daylilies are through and we're waiting on the next flush of this daylily will bloom later, that we can have some color, because I know things don't always show the color. I'm trying to get through here, and I'm going to go out the way I came. Your gardens get so flush and full. It's wonderful.
It's full of flowers and full of cats.
Oh, you have cats. All the neighbors' cats are here. So we'll keep going around here. We've got the yarrows. This is some daylilies that aren't in bloom. I like seeing too. They're sedum autumn joys. All your sedums are starting to head up. And when they head up, what I love about this plant is drought tolerant. It starts getting the chartreuse green blooms. Then it fades to its regular, or blooms to its pink. And then even when it's through blooming, it looks awesome. Heucheras, can't beat them. Back in here. This is Silene vulgaris white. And it has such a unique budding and blooming style. Back in here, this large green clump is my white garden phlox, and I don't see buds on it yet, but it does bloom a little later. But it will be just beautiful with color. Here's one of my favorite daylilies, Primal Scream, against this black fence. It has the spider design, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Loving it. Of course, we have Spider Magic right there, and just gorgeous, or Spidey Man. And behind it is Backdraft. The colors are gorgeous. You can't beat Echinacea. You can see bees all over it, which that's what we like to see. That was, Paleface was back there. That's the name I couldn't remember. I'm coming out because we have new series. The colors. Oh, and that white is heaven all day. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes, indeed. This is new series. This was one of Judy's, and they're gorgeous. I can't remember this. This is Piano Man, or I don't know. They're all too beautiful. I'll probably put them on the screen so if you go looking. But what I have found, when you go to other gardens, you may see the same daylily, but since they've purchased the daylilies from somewhere else, the name may be different, which is not a bad thing. All the hostas are blooming. You can see the white hydrangea, how it just looks beautiful against the grasses, picking up the white back there. So soft, looks like a cloud back in there. The red bee balm always reminds me of who is the guy on a children's program? I can't think of his name. One of the Muppets
Oh, I don't
with
know.
the crazy hair. Anyhow, the shade garden, look how it's lifted up. I mean, every leaf that was looking hot has raised itself since yesterday. The pulmonaria, the heucheras, the brunnera, and of course these giant ferns. Just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's keep moving. And even the painted ferns, everything that was droopy is not droopy anymore. Are you out in your gardens, people, after heavy rains, and you can see the difference? You really can. The heart-shaped leaves, I don't talk enough about my Eastern redbud, but it is showing off this year. It's finally taken off and growing really well. And the leaf structure and the canopy is nice. I keep thinking of someday my willow may not be here, and that will give at least some shade to the area. Unfortunately, the heat took all the blooms from my stilbes. They were lovely, but they could not take the 96, 98, and feel.
Looks like the redbud had a little problem with it too.
Yeah, looks like where the sun was hitting some of those tips, it burned it.
Yeah.
I can go through and clean those up, make them look a lot nicer.
But still be, that's a disappointment.
It is a disappointment. You know, there's always spray paint. I've done that from time to time, just for some color. The shade garden, loved the moisture. Although when I was digging in it the other day, some friends wanted some plants. Even before this heavy rain, there was still moisture. And that's from the mulching, the ground covers, and the fact it's not getting so much heat. And that's probably why Jackmanii is doing so well. But anyhow, that's the garden in bloom as of this morning. And it's a beautiful day to get out. It's always a beautiful day to get out in your garden, because that's what makes me the happiest, is to be in it. So thanks for watching the first summer blooms of the garden here in Western West Virginia, Zone 6B, gardening on the West Fork. We'll see you guys. Bye.